Thank you to PenFed for sponsoring today's video.
PenFed is a credit union that has been serving the military for over 85 years with some of the nation's best rates. A credit union means that they are not-for-profit and is member-owned co-op and can offer great rates for its members versus paying shareholders. In recent years, PenFed membership is open to everyone whether you are in the military or not. PenFed offers competitive rates on auto loans, personal loans, credit cards, and checkings and savings products. PenFed offers higher returns than average on high-yield savings and certificates of deposit. Their credit cards have lower fees and better rewards with every purchase, including essentials and gas. PenFed is one of the 3 federal credit unions with an open national membership charter. They offer an extensive network of branch locations across mainland U.S., Guam, and Puerto Rico with over 85,000 fee-free ATMs. They have call centers located in the U.S. and online banking features to access your account 24/7. PenFed is focused on helping their members to do better financially and are committed to providing the best service to their members through every life event. Check out the description for more information.
It seems every waking second is spent either grinding or welding on the excavator in an effort to get it finished, and I'm really trying to take my time to make sure that everything is done the way that it should be done. And again, as I've said so many times, that I don't have future problems with the boom. I feel confident that I'm accomplishing these things, but the outside temperatures are getting harder and harder to work in as the polar vortex descends on my neck of the woods just enough to make it hard to work. My wife said a whole lot of you had a whole lot of suggestions in the comments on the last couple of videos, but my friend Jerry on Instagram strongly recommended I consider 7018 rod along with the rod I'm using. So I went and picked up 7018 rod, and I'm going over all of the places where I use 6011 rod.
I got nothing to worry about when you're by my side. I got nothing to worry about when you're by my side. I looked out and I saw the rain. I wanted it to go away. I felt the weight of it all come down. I braced from the deafening sound, but you were there, holding my hand.
After this project, I've definitely decided to invest in a very high quality wire feed welder, whether it's a Lincoln or a Miller, I'm not sure yet. But I probably need to get my wife some shutters inside the house before I go and buy another expensive tool. But even with the arc welder, everything has turned out just fine. I'm confident that the boom is not going to have any issues as I use the excavator around our place. As the snow is slowly melting away, I'm eagerly anticipating using the excavator around our place. Some of the many projects that I'll get to this summer and use the excavator in the process will have a lot to do with the hillside, a large rock retaining wall, hopefully a multi-tiered garden area right behind our house. And then up on the hill, I think I've decided to move a whole bunch of dirt around and create a more level place where my kids can play baseball or soccer or anything else they may need to do on level ground. I talked about this a while back, but my kids have expressed a need for a little bit more level ground. The spot right behind the house where I've been talking about putting the garden, I think we've decided to try and extend all the way across the back of the shop as well, and I will use the excavator to make that entire area as level as I can get it. The excavator is quite versatile for our needs because I can use it for everything from moving dirt around to stacking rock to digging out whatever needs to be dug out. The only thing that I can't do with the excavator is move large quantities of dirt at one time. I've learned over the last few years that as I try and develop our property and turn it into something usable, I need to have a piece of equipment that's safe and sturdy and dependable to help me with all of these projects. We have parts of our property that are very heavily treed with maple trees, and we have one part of our property that's probably going to end up being a quarry of some kind for me. And there is literal tons of boulders that I could use to stack behind the house. I'm going to have to build some sort of a stone boat or a stone drag that I can pull behind the excavator to get the boulders down here to the house. Cedar is doing her best to keep her Jeep clean this time of year as we go from snow to mud to dirt. But we're looking forward to it. And like I said, there's a million projects around here I can't wait to get to. I find myself thinking about all the possibilities over winter and contemplating what I should work on first. And then, as if Mother Nature wants to send a friendly reminder that we are not out of the woods just yet. Me and the dog are on our way down to the Farm and Ranch supply store to get some more rod. I'm going to get some 7018 rod to try. I've got a number of messages about 7018 rod and how it will likely lay down better than the 6011. But anyway, we got 3 inches of snow last night. Just a friendly reminder, we're not done with winter yet. I've had more slag pop and go in all the wrong places since I first started cutting the excavator up, and I'm just about finished using the torch for the last time. But I didn't like the way the 1/4-inch plate was sitting, so I broke it loose from its weld and massaged it with a hammer, then got it welded back in place. When I had the New Holland excavator that I had a couple of years back, and I used it to thin the trees and run water lines all over the hillside, I learned that while that excavator was a lot of fun to use, it wasn't quite enough. It needed just a little bit more power. Then I would pick up that Komatsu PC55 from my buddy Mark, and while I thoroughly enjoyed using that excavator as well, again, it was a little bit light. I had one situation where I was trying to drag a pretty good sized boulder down the hill to set next to the house, and I nearly let the boulder roll down the hill, which could have potentially been disastrous, all because the excavator wasn't quite big enough. So I'm hoping this excavator is the one. Ruby, stop. Don't hurt it. The problem with my new drone that I picked up a few months back is that I have now seen places on my property where I've never been before, and I'm determined to get to. The excavator will play a major role in the process because I'm going to cut roads in to get to these places. I needed a big excavator, but I still had to have an excavator with a blade. At the moment, we have one trail along one side of our property line. It's a pretty steep trail. It would be better if I could zigzag and cut other trails into other places on our property that were a little bit safer. And I will likely do this with a new excavator.
When your soul is lonely, sad and blue, ain't got no loving shoulders to lean on, there's always a sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, and all your worries go away. Go across the river and you'll be fine. Go counting winners, it's right down the line. You'll be alright on the sunny side. Lost in the city lights, ain't got nowhere to turn your winding wheels. There's always the sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, my friend, and paddle your guitar. Across the river, you'll be fine. Go counting winners, right down the line. You'll be alright on the sunny side.
Next video, I'm going to get back on that underground chicken coop and see if I can't get that finished up.
Where is it, Bandit?
Torch is out. I'm excited.